All right, beloved. So I'm going to follow up with something else that came through during my ayahuasca journey in reference to healing around the divine masculine. I knew that she was going to do a little bit of work with me around that because that's a continual process and kind of a theme right now for a lot of us. And, I just did my series about how I got a porn star for my birthday and all the things I learned from that. And there was a lot of humor in this particular medicine journey. I was laughing, which is always great. I always usually ask for that on some level, and I didn't even ask for it this time, but it came through anyway. And because laughing and like seeing something from a funny perspective helps you heal it faster. So she has these goats because it's at this cute little farm. She has chickens and horses and goats, and so it's open air, and we're in this barn that's open, and you can go out I usually go out onto the grass under the trees and the moon and stars and everything, and that's part of my process of getting my messages. And I also really tune into the music because it's really powerful music that they hand choose for the journey, because it's almost like each song is making love to you in a different way, and it's just really sweet. Well, this goat started chiming in during the music, and if you know how a goat sounds, that it is not graceful, it is not attractive, it's not sexy, it's just it's just, I can't even repeat it. It's just funny. So I was laughing because it was chiming into the music, and it was so like off key or whatever, right? And then it was like in my consciousness, it was tying it to this other piece of healing around the masculine, because even though I work with men and I love doing that, and I love men and I love romance and all that, I'm a romantic, and yet, I, like many women, have our share of disappointment and frustration, to the point where I wasn't really dating for years, unless something just naturally came along. And especially as I grow older, I'm just not really willing to take, I guess, the risks I used to before, or really don't want to drain my energy, unless it's really there's really a connection there. So it was like the divine masculine came to me and said, with this goat in the background, right, making me laugh, and they just said, when it comes to your frustrations and your disappointment, he said it in this way. He's like, we're just idiots. Can you just help us? And it just made me laugh. And then, like, the divine masculine was also like saying to me in my consciousness, they said, you can criticize us and you can judge us, but really we just need your help. And of course I'm in the field, so of course I want to help, and I am helping. But it helped me to just be like, oh yeah, I think if I were to size it all up and in saying it in this way, we all have these programs that we're running behind the scenes that we don't even know are there, that tells us how we're supposed to be as a man or as a woman, and they get in the way and they don't match up. So I think it's really our job to help each other. There's that saying about, we're here to walk each other home. And so this is a reminder for us to help each other as male and female, to be like, I know for me, when I realize, oh, he's doing that typical man thing, and it, that's probably a program, and then just to gently speak up, and redirect it and him a better way. Because a lot of times you guys just want to know what to do. Like, what is it that you want, woman? Tell me, so I know what it is and I can deliver. Right? So and in the same way, I realize, men will probably need to do that with us too. Like, I really appreciate a man who's really thought through this stuff and actually gives his masculine opinion about things. and his point of view, because it helps me understand and see things that I didn't realize were there before, that makes me go, oh, no wonder. Yeah, I get that now. So, as women, we have our programs too to be like docile and not to speak up and not to lead in the bedroom and stuff like that. And I have noticed that in myself in the past. And it's only when I do speak up that things go well, and that, there's this mutual satisfaction, and that he feels better because I'm happier and feeling taken care of. And so anyway, I think we just need to, I encourage us to cooperate with each other and to speak up about what works for each of us, and to have that level of honesty and transparency, preferably before engaging romantically, so that ideally these things are covered beforehand. Like, what do you like, what turns you on, and what's a deal breaker, and what do you not like, and do you come during intercourse or not? Because that's a huge one, guys. You need to know that ahead of time. Otherwise, you can be working hard trying to get her to come, and she's just not for intercourse. And that most importantly means you need to take care of her first, beforehand, and get her warmed up and all that before you go into intercourse. So anyway, I'm going to leave with my two quotes that I made up that I love saying to people, my friends, and so I'm going to say it to you, which is, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. And the other one is, you're beautiful or you're gorgeous and there's nothing you can do about it. So there.